Hi everybody and welcome to Photomikes Garage.
I'm Dave, and that is my Jeep.
Okay, this is what we're going to review today. This is a 2016 Jeep Wrangler. This is Dave's dream vehicle. He's been wanting a Jeep for years and years, as long as I've known him basically. He's finally got the Jeep and we're going to review it today. I am so happy for him, and this is going to be a good day. And because I'm driving a Jeep, I'm going to drive over that curb right there because Dave says I can do it. Okay everybody, we are in Dave's Jeep, 2016 Jeep Wrangler, and right away it feels really comfortable. So we're going to take a little ride. Dave's going to drive first, and then he's going to let me drive this car. Or should I call it a truck?
Yeah, it's not a truck or a car, it's a Jeep.
Okay, he's going to let me drive the Jeep.
5-speed automatic.
Oh really?
And I got sick and tired of shifting.
I didn't know this was an automatic. I thought it was a manual.
No.
Wow.
The only manual is this, and I'll show you once we get going.
Okay.
This is your four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And this is your descent control. I haven't fully read the manual, so how it works, I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
And it does have air conditioning.
Well, nice. You got to have that, really.
But there's no way you can possibly forget what you're driving. This is Jeep there. Jeep. Jeep.
Jeep. Oh yeah, Jeep.
Jeep.
Well, since
And
1941.
you can see it on the window. Jeep.
That's cool.
And if you go, you have to look from outside, but on the outside of the glass, you can see a Jeep climbing up the side of the glass to show it is, in fact.
They really are trying to push the idea this is a Jeep, which is good because that's why people are buying this. They want to know that they're in a Jeep. But Dave, you only got wind down windows. This is really hard. The thing I've noticed right now is my elbow is just at about the perfect angle to do the cruising elbow out that, you know, every guy wants to do, right? And oh, look at this. See, you can sort of see that you're blocked by the door. Your face is blocked by the door. So if you see like your mother-in-law and she's looking right at you, you can say, I'm not here. I'm not here.
You can just go back.
And then if you've got a good-looking girl, you go, hey, driving a Jeep, man.
Let's just pull out.
Yeah, quite popular.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Charger. Bye-bye. We'll be back soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I can feel the difference here. I mean, of course, with the Charger, I'm up a little higher than the FRS, but here, yeah, you feel like you're in a truck already.
This.
Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Like the stock tires that you had when you first got it, were they quiet?
Very quiet. They were passenger tires.
Right, so they weren't off-road at all. This is off-road, so you're going to get the noise now.
They call them all-terrain, but they're more mall-terrain.
Mall-terrain.
This is the perfect post-apocalyptic vehicle because nobody knows what's going to happen in the future, and you know, I just need to get my bush guards for the zombies.
Okay, so I see that you have a grill right here, but this doesn't come stock, does it?
No, it doesn't. This is actually one piece that goes from here to here because of the gaps here are so big.
Yeah.
Those rocks that hit your windshield can go right through there, hit the rad, you're done.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? So these are actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
One of the people in my complex where I'm living, she says, oh, that's just a bad design. It was designed in 1941.
Right. And also, it was designed before we knew about zombies.
Yeah.
So this will prevent these zombie parts.
Oh, just brain matter.
This will prevent zombie parts from getting into your radiator and stopping you when the zombie apocalypse occurs, which is bound to happen pretty soon.
But they'll tend to get hung up on these anyway.
This is a Sport Wrangler. Yes. So it has what you call the mall crawler tires.
These are actual off-roaders. They're called deep diggers.
Deep diggers.
But the original ones were just
deep diggers.
They were just passenger tires.
So what did you
mall terrain?
So we went from mall terrain to deep diggers, the real stuff here on this car. Plus, look at this. This is sort of like a crackle finish that we used to see on some of those Mopar air cleaners, right? A nice black crackle finish. This is what you call a step side, or steps. Just allows you to get into the vehicle, which is a little high. Some people need a little bit of help to get in there. And are you going to actually lift it up even higher?
Yes, it's going to go 4-inch BDS lift with bigger tires, probably 33s.
Yeah. Because
my rear end, if I remember right, is a Dana 44, whereas my front is a 30, and they don't And they recommend you don't go bigger than the 33-inch tire.
Because they can't handle the torque.
Because no, it's the weight. They'll flex it out too much.
Yeah.
And you'll snap an axle.
Yeah, so you can only go so far unless you want to go really radical and change everything, right?
Yeah, and that's just huge money.
Yeah.
The thing about the Jeep, you can go like this. And with this handle, you can actually grab it, pick it up, and bring it right into the house if you want extra space. If it's just you and another person going out, you don't need the four seats.
Yeah, and you have some storage underneath here too as well, right?
Yep, you got this, which covers up this part. This is a little latchy thing that holds it.
Yeah.
And here's my bag to put my Freedom Tops in.
Right.
These are my tools to take my roof and doors off.
And that comes with the Jeep when you buy it.
Yep. And
you got a first aid kit just in case.
And you look down further.
And there's your jack.
There's the jack.
Okay. And in case you don't know what you're in, it says Jeep right there and Jeep right there.
All over the place. There's no way of forgetting it. This is the
Yeah. Now this is one of the strange things I just noticed is that if I ever run out of gas in my Charger, which I'm running out all the time because it just sucks gas, I can go to Dave's place and I can steal his gas because this comes right off. So you're going to get a locking gas cap, I guess, for that eventually.
Absolutely.
And then if we look inside here, we got, I don't know, these for, what is this, for hanging somebody? Or?
That's just for hanging on to that, when you're bouncing around and you need an extra handle.
Right.
If you look, I have them on all fours, something for the passengers to hang on to.
It looks like you have a leather wrapped steering wheel. And it's pretty basic interior, like plastic, but that's what you want on a Jeep. You don't want fancy stuff that just is going to get wrecked when you actually do what this vehicle is meant to do, which is to go off-road. Oh, one more thing. This is trail rated. Only Jeeps come straight from the factory, trail rated, and a few other models do, but basically you got to get a Jeep Wrangler, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so there's another interesting thing is that most cars have their air intake below the radiator, down close to the bumper to get cold air. This one has it up so high, and I don't know why, because it's going to get kind of hot air in here.
Well, the reason why is when you're going through fairly deep water, I don't have to worry about the wash coming up and going down the into the intake. This actually can go through 1.5 feet of water.
Oh, really?
And have absolutely no problems.
This would be a good vehicle for Florida right now.
Yeah.
With what they're going through. I'm liking this vehicle more and more. Now what I also know is that the top can come off.
It comes right off. If you look on the screws here, there's a bunch of them that goes all the way around.
All right, so these screws here, all Allen head screws by the looks of it, or Torx heads.
Out of that Torx set I showed you earlier.
Right, Torx set earlier.
And this, and these are just alignment dowels.
Yeah.
And then the whole roof comes right off.
Right. And then you can get a bikini top, and I can't really picture Dave in a bikini, and we don't want to picture that, but you can get a bikini top, right? What's that?
Bikini top actually just goes from the windshield to here.
Yeah.
And then you get the second part that comes back like this.
Yeah. Dave, maybe for your birthday, I'm going to buy you a bikini, and you're going to wear it. Dave, you got like at least 50% cooler. You always were a cool guy. At least 50% cooler because of this Jeep, but also because he vapes. See, that's a vape.
Yeah, no smoking allowed in the Jeep.
Yeah.
And I am trying to quit smoking, and I will be a non-smoker.
So the vape is actually to help Dave try and quit smoking, which he's been trying to do. And we want him to do that because we want him to stick around a long time so we can take more Jeep rides as often as possible. Now, I think it's time I took this Jeep for a ride. What do you think? Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm in the Jeep. I'm ready to take it for a run. It feels good already. You know, I mean, these seats are really comfortable. I can feel that right now. But I feel high up, like in a car, you're sort of like lean back, right? And in the Charger, there's a pedal that releases the emergency brake. This car, the nice center hand brake, I like that. And then we simply go into drive. We're ready to go. What's the Jeep horn sound like?
Quite loud.
Yeah, that's authoritative. Yeah, that tells people to get out of your way.
Zombies don't listen though.
Except for the zombies. That's why we need the grill. Okay, oh, that's easy. The visibility is really good. I can see all around. This is and it feels like not a very big vehicle. I mean, it feels tall, but not really big. Okay, let's go. Oh, gotta press the accelerator pedal a little harder. Well, this is interesting. I feel really high up, even though, I mean, the Jeep is not really a super high vehicle, but I feel really high up. Part of the reason for that is because there's a the hood is not that long, and so I can really see the road right in front of me. It feels like just feet in front of me, I can see the road. The car does feel a little floaty compared to the Jeep, sorry. It feels a little floaty compared to the cars I drive, and I can hear the tires. Well, yeah, I kind of like this. How fast are we going? 80. Wow. Okay. This is a great vehicle. I mean, it's just the visibility is so great on this.
I just love it. It's an absolute joy to drive.
Yeah. Yeah. This car just makes you feel like you want to go off-road. Like, I'm starting to look for little pathways into the vegetation here just to take it off-road, but I don't think there's anything like that around here. But yeah, this is nice. You know what? How many years have you wanted to get a Jeep?
When I got my 89 Sprint.
It's a long time ago. You got that new, so that's 1989, right?
Yeah, wow. Before that, but...
Okay, we're gonna see how the brakes work here. Slowing down a little bit for the curve. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting feeling. Okay, we're gonna turn right here. Yeah, you gotta press the accelerator pedal down a bit before it does anything. There's a little bit of movement first before you go anywhere. We'll keep going down this part of Colebrook Road here. You can also go down. There's no exit there. Yeah. But then once you press etc., it goes. There's the downshift. It's going. Now there's not too much noise from the exhaust. It's got the stock exhaust, I assume, right?
Yep.
And it is a V6. I'm not sure how good it would sound even if you got an aftermarket exhaust on this car, but really the most noise, you get a little bit of wind noise from the sides, which is expected. This is a Jeep. And you get the sound of the tires. And it does wander slightly. The steering feels slightly disconnected compared to, say, just a regular car. You know, you gotta remember, I'm coming from an FRS, which is one of the best sports cars in the world. And so I might be a little tough on the Jeep because I'm used to like instant laser type of steering. This one is a little more vague, but I'm sure compared to most cars, it's actually pretty good.
I bet you I got a tighter turning radius than on the FRS.
Yeah, I bet you do. The FRS is surprisingly not a good turning radius. You know that my minivan, the Mazda 5, actually has a better turning radius than the FRS. Actually, this is a pretty rough road right here. We can actually sort of test out the suspension. We got some potholes happening here. And you can tell that it's really, it's stiff because the shocks are made to take really big bumps, but it also sort of flows over the bumps. Wow, that's surprisingly rough, isn't it? What I especially like about this vehicle is how the steering is not too heavy. It's very easy to turn this vehicle. And also I like the visibility out the front. The hood, you can see right over the edge. When you get to the Charger, it's like you don't know where your front end is at all. It's always hard to tell. Okay, so I'm liking the Jeep right away. I want one. I don't think my wife is going to approve of that because, you know, we do have 5 cars, so that's probably not going to happen. And also, this opens up a whole new era. If you get a Jeep, you're into a whole new category of what you can do. There's clubs that you can join. There's people you can hook up with that will, you know, you can take out together so that they can teach you how to actually do the off-roading safely. Yep. And also, when you do any kind of real off-roading, it's always good to go at least 2 people so that you don't get into trouble. Now I can actually go through this little rock area here because I can. See, with a Charger, I would avoid that. Okay, we're going through some curves here. I'm going to see how this Jeep handles the curves. And we're going up this pretty steep hill. It's got good power. Yeah, it's pretty easy to keep on the narrow path here. I'll just go a little wide for this person. And we got speed bumps. Should I keep going?
No, don't even slow down.
Don't have to slow down. Can you imagine a world where you don't have to slow down for speed bumps? What a great world that would be. Anyway, so it's great that Dave finally got this Jeep. For years, I was saying to him, Dave, just do it. Just, there's a way, get a used Jeep, whatever it takes, just do it. And it just never happened. And finally, he meets the woman of his life and she gets him to do it. So yeah, women really are in charge, there's no doubt about it. And they can make things happen for guys, and they make good things happen for guys. So if you're gonna get married, don't be afraid. If you get the right girl, it's the thing to do, right?
Yep, it absolutely is.
And you know, a Jeep is not really expensive, so it's not like you're going absolutely crazy and buying a Hellcat, which is really dumb. You're just going a little this vehicle is just slightly more expensive than a regular Econo car, right? This vehicle doesn't have the power and everything else to get you in trouble on the streets, really. It's made for what it's made for. It's made to get you where you need to go, and it's made for the zombie apocalypse.
Yep.
So Dave is ready. So when that happens, Dave will escape and I will be caught. Sure, I'll have 700 horsepower, but I won't be able to get away from them. I'll be caught, I'll become a zombie myself, and I'll track Dave down. Look, I got mud on his vehicle. That's a badge of honor for a Jeep owner, right? Okay, in conclusion, I finished driving Dave's Jeep Wrangler right there, and I love it. As you can tell from the video, I was enjoying that ride. A Jeep gives you a kind of freedom you don't get in a regular car, and I gotta start talking to my wife about we need a Jeep in our life. But anyway, thanks to Dave. Thanks, Dave, for letting me drive your Jeep Wrangler, and hopefully I'll be able to drive it again. And we're gonna do modifications to this car. There's plans for this car. I'm gonna help out, and I'm gonna take you on the journey of Dave's modifications to make this more trail worthy. He wants to go off a little bit further off-road, not too far, a little further off, just to get away from the zombies. So anyway, thanks for watching Photomikes Garage. I will see you next time.
See you later.